We're going to go over different types of knots, specifically to talk about the names of them. Some of these you'll be familiar with and some of them you won't be, but I think everybody will have something to learn. We're going to start at the very, very beginning. So the very easiest type of knot is called the overhand knot. Hi, Dee Dee. The overhand knot, I will make a circle with the yarn and then bring this up from underneath. And when I pull it, it kind of looks like it's going to be a pretzel there. If I pull it, it will be a knot. If I pull it very hard, I will not be able to get it out. So I'm not going to pull it very hard. I just want to show you again the overhand knot. One side goes over the other and goes all the way around and through the hole. That is an overhand knot. You can put an overhand knot in a single strand, and that will be a place where it keeps things from moving past it. That's where it's useful. As far as doing it together with another piece of string, let's pretend that these two pieces of string were actually one piece of string, and I did the same thing. Make a circle, and then bring the tails up all the way through the circle, and if I tied those together and pulled really tight, I wouldn't be able to get them apart, and they would be able to take quite a bit of stress from either side like that. So that again is an overhand knot with two strands, a lot of times done quite close to one of the ends. There's my circle. This time I made the circle and I'm going to put it through the circle from the front. You can do it either way. It depends if you want to do it from the right hand side or the left hand side. And here is putting it through the circle that way to make an overhand knot. Now we're going to talk about other types of knots. The simplest one is the overhand knot. But we also have two types of knots to connect yellow to blue, and these are the two of them. The first one we'll do is called the square knot. To do the square knot, I need to assign one color to be the active color. I'm going to say yellow is the active color. And what I do by active, it means it lays across and it does the work of coming around. That's what active means. So I'm going to say yellow is active. So I lay it on. Yellow does the work of going around, and now I'll do a second knot where yellow is still the active one. It lays across the top and it does the work of going around. Check out this cool knot. That right there is going to hold those two together, and that is a permanent knot if you pull really hard. Notice that yellow is going back on yellow and blue is going back on blue. Notice also, please, that when I lay it down, the tails are going out like that, back in the direction they came from. Let's do the other one that's called the granny knot. In this one, I assign one to be active, and instead of choosing a color, I'm going to say everything that's in my right hand is going to be active, so it will switch colors. Watch this. Yellow is active because it's in my right hand. It does the work of laying across and going around. But now I'm going to let blue be active because it's in my right hand. So blue does the job of laying across and coming around. And when I pull them together, look at this. I get a granny knot, which is very different from a square knot. The square knot has the colors going back in the directions that they came from, whereas the granny knot actually ends up with its tails going perpendicular to the other two. The other difference is when I pull on this one, nothing happens. It holds. It's a good knot. When I pull on this one, it comes right apart. That's why it's very important for us to know the difference between the square knot and the granny knot, because the granny knot will not hold when you stress it. Let's watch that granny knot one more time. Here goes yellow across. Yellow is active. The right hand is active. It comes around. Now blue is going to be active because it's in my right hand, and I'm doing a granny knot. So we have both of those there that we can look at. Square knot, granny knot. What we're going to be using in this project is the square knot because we want it to hold. While we're at it talking about knots, let's also talk about the surgeon's knot. The surgeon's knot is similar. Similar to the square knot. I'm going to lay the yellow across. Yellow's going to be active. He's going to go around, but you know what? He's going to go around twice. And coming back, same deal. Yellow is going to be active. He's going to lay across and come around, and he's going to come around twice. That is a knot that they call the surgeon's knot, because even surgeons can use it. You know, it needs to be used in situations that it's really, really important that the knot not come out. Say that 3 times fast. So there we have it. The square knot, the granny knot, and the surgeon's knot.